If you're doing this every single day, you might be slowly damaging your kidneys, and you don't even realize it. No pain, no warning, nothing obvious at all. That's what makes it dangerous. Because your kidneys don't scream when something's wrong, they stay silent, quietly losing function, until one day, your body starts sending signals you can't ignore anymore. And by then, the damage may already be done. Here's the part that should worry you. This habit feels completely normal. In fact, you've probably been told it's harmless, maybe even healthy. Millions of people do it daily without thinking twice. You might be doing it right now. Or you did it just a few hours ago, and your body? It's already reacting to it. But wait, this is where it gets worse. Most people don't connect this habit to kidney damage at all. They blame stress, age, diet, even bad luck. Meanwhile, the real cause keeps repeating, over and over, every single day. You've probably noticed small signs before, feeling unusually tired, swelling in your feet or face, needing to go to the bathroom more often, or sometimes less, and you brushed it off because it didn't seem serious. But what if those were early warning signs? What if your body has been trying to tell you something, and you just didn't recognize it? Here's the truth no one talks about. Kidney damage doesn't happen overnight. It builds slowly, silently, through small, repeated actions. And this one habit? It's one of the most overlooked triggers. Doctors see it all the time. People who thought they were doing everything right. Until suddenly, they weren't. So before you dismiss this, before you think this doesn't apply to me, ask yourself this. What if something so small, something so routine, could quietly put your health at risk? Because once you understand what this habit is, you're going to see your daily routine very differently. You probably think your kidneys are fine. After all, you don't feel anything wrong, no sharp pain, no sudden illness, nothing that forces you to stop and worry. Life goes on as usual. You wake up, follow your routine, eat what you normally eat, drink what you usually drink, and repeat it the next day. But that's exactly how this problem hides. Kidney damage doesn't show up the way you expect. It doesn't interrupt your day. It doesn't demand attention early on. Instead, it builds quietly in the background, while everything feels completely normal on the surface. And here's where it gets interesting. The habit we're talking about isn't rare. It's not something extreme or unusual. In fact, it's so common that most people never question it. You've probably seen others do it. You've probably been doing it for years. And the scary part? It doesn't feel harmful at all. That's why so many people ignore the early signs. They assume their body can handle it. They think it's just a small thing. It can't really affect my health. But your kidneys don't see it that way. Every single day, they're filtering your blood, removing waste, balancing fluids, and keeping your body stable. They work nonstop, quietly protecting you. And when you repeat this one habit over and over, it puts extra pressure on them, little by little, day after day. At first, your body adapts. It compensates. It tries to keep everything running smoothly. But over time, that constant strain starts to take a toll. And this is where most people realize something's wrong. But only after the damage has already started. So before we reveal what this habit is, you need to understand one thing. This isn't about fear. It's about awareness. Because once you see how this fits into your daily routine, you won't be able to ignore it anymore. Section 1. The habit you think is harmless. So what is this habit? It's something so simple, you've never questioned it. Not drinking enough water. Sounds almost too basic, right? But that's exactly why it's so dangerous. Because dehydration doesn't always feel like thirst. You don't have to feel extremely dry or desperate for water for your body to be struggling. In fact, by the time you feel thirsty, your body is already behind. And this is where things go wrong. You wake up in the morning. Maybe you grab coffee first. Then you get busy. Work, errands, scrolling your phone, Hours pass. You might sip something here and there, but not real hydration. And your kidneys? They're working harder than they should. Every drop of blood in your body passes through your kidneys multiple times a day. Their job is to filter out toxins and maintain balance. But when there's not enough water, that process becomes thicker, slower, more stressful. Think of it like trying to clean a filter with barely any liquid flowing through it. It clogs. Now here's what most people don't realize. When you stay slightly dehydrated every day, not extreme, just a little, your kidneys start to concentrate waste more heavily. Over time, this increases the risk of kidney stones, infections, and long-term strain. And the scary part? You won't notice it happening. Let's make it real. Imagine someone who drinks 2-3 cups of coffee, maybe a soda, and only a glass or two of water. They feel fine. They're functioning. Nothing seems off. But inside, their kidneys are under constant pressure. Now multiply that by months, even years. That's how silent damage builds. But wait, it gets worse. Because dehydration isn't just about how much you drink. It's also about what you drink. Section 2. What you drink might be hurting you. Here's where most people get it completely wrong. They think, I'm drinking liquids all day, so I'm hydrated. But your kidneys don't count every drink the same way. Coffee, energy drinks, sugary sodas, even some healthy beverages, they don't hydrate your body the way water does. In fact, some of them can actually increase fluid loss or put extra stress on your kidneys. And this is the part no one talks about. Caffeine, for example, can act as a mild diuretic. That means it can make you lose more fluid than you realize. So if your day starts with coffee and continues with more caffeine, you might be digging yourself deeper into dehydration without even noticing. Now add sugar into the mix. Sugary drinks can spike your blood sugar levels, and over time, high blood sugar is one of the leading causes of kidney damage. This is especially important if you're already at risk for conditions like diabetes. But here's the twist. Even drinks labeled as healthy, like certain juices or flavored waters, can contain hidden sugars, additives, or artificial ingredients that your kidneys have to process. And your kidneys? They don't get a break. Every sip becomes another task, another filter, another layer of work. Let's bring it closer to you. You've probably had days where you felt tired, maybe slightly bloated. Maybe your urine looked darker than usual, but you didn't think much of it. That's your body adjusting. That's your body compensating. But over time, these small signals start stacking up. And this is where it becomes dangerous, because your kidneys are incredibly resilient until they're not. Section 3. The hidden signs you're ignoring. Your body does give you warnings. They're just easy to ignore. And this is where most people miss the turning point. Because the signs don't scream, they whisper. You might feel more tired than usual, even after a full night's sleep. Your skin might look dull. You may notice swelling in your ankles or around your eyes, especially in the morning. Sometimes, your urine might look darker or have a stronger smell. And you think, it's just one of those days. But here's what most people don't realize. These are early signals that your body isn't getting what it needs. Your kidneys are struggling to maintain balance, and your body is trying to adapt. Now here's the dangerous part. When you ignore these signs, your body doesn't stop the process. It keeps going, because it has to. And slowly, your kidneys begin to lose efficiency. Not overnight, not dramatically, just gradually. Let's put this into perspective. Kidney function can drop significantly before you ever feel something serious. That's why so many people are shocked when they're diagnosed with kidney issues. They say things like, I had no idea. I felt completely fine. And that's the trap. Feeling fine doesn't always mean everything is okay. And this is where things get even more concerning. Because once kidney damage progresses past a certain point, it's much harder to reverse. Section 4. The small changes that make a big difference. Now, here's the good news. This isn't about fear. It's about control. Because small changes in your daily routine can make a huge difference. And it starts with awareness. First, water needs to become intentional. Not something you get around to, but something you prioritize. You don't need extremes. You don't need to force gallons. But you do need consistency. Spacing your water intake throughout the day helps your kidneys do their job without unnecessary strain. It keeps everything flowing, literally. Now this is where most people go wrong. They wait until they're thirsty. But remember, thirst is already a late signal. So instead, build the habit before your body has to ask. Second, take a closer look at what you're drinking. Cutting back on sugary drinks, reducing excessive caffeine, and being mindful of what goes into your body can take pressure off your kidneys instantly. You don't have to eliminate everything overnight. But awareness changes choices, and choices change outcomes. Third, pay attention to your body. Those small signs, they matter. Your energy levels, your urine color, how your body feels in the morning. These aren't random, they're feedback. And once you start listening, you begin to catch problems early, before they turn into something serious. But here's the most important part. Consistency beats intensity. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to stop ignoring what your body is trying to tell you. Because the habit that slowly damages your kidneys is the same habit you can fix, starting today. And now you can see the bigger picture. It was never just about water. It was about a small, repeated habit. Something you do without thinking, quietly affecting one of the most important systems in your body. Your kidneys don't ask for much. They just need support, consistency, and a little attention. But when you ignore that, when dehydration becomes normal, when sugary or caffeinated drinks replace real hydration, the pressure builds. Slowly, silently. And by the time your body forces you to notice, it's already been struggling for a while. But here's the turning point. You don't need a complete life overhaul to protect your kidneys. You don't need extreme diets or complicated routines. You just need awareness and small intentional changes. Drink water before you feel thirsty. Be mindful of what you're consuming throughout the day. Pay attention to the signals your body is already giving you. Because those small actions, they add up. And over time, they can support your kidneys, reduce unnecessary strain, and help your body function the way it's meant to. So the real question isn't whether this habit is affecting you. It's how long you're willing to ignore it. Because now that you know, you can't unsee it. Consider subscribing for more health content. Etch in 100 words. If this made you stop and think about your daily habits, that's a good sign. Your body is always communicating with you. Sometimes you just need to notice it. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing for more simple, real-world health insights like this. And if there's someone in your life who always says, "I don't drink enough water," this might be worth sharing with them. Small awareness today can make a big difference later.